Welcome to the Knowledge Quest channel. Today I will explain the story of When Hearts Collide. The bustling streets of Rosewood were alive with energy, yet Emma felt an unfamiliar heaviness in her chest. Married for 5 years, she and her husband, Ethan, had built a life filled with love and laughter. But lately, their home had been quiet, too quiet. Arguments had replaced conversations, and tension lingered in every room like an unwelcome guest. It all began with a simple misunderstanding. Ethan had been working late nights at the architecture firm, and Emma, a freelance artist, had begun to feel invisible. "You don't have time for us anymore," she'd said one evening, her voice trembling with frustration. Ethan, equally exhausted, had snapped back. "And you don't understand how much pressure I'm under." The words hung between them, sharp and cutting. From that night on, the distance between them grew. One evening, after another argument about forgotten dinner plans, Emma stormed out of the house, her heart heavy with unspoken emotions. She wandered aimlessly until she found herself at their favorite spot, a small park by the lake where they used to spend hours talking about their dreams. The moonlight danced on the water's surface, and for the first time in weeks, Emma let her guard down. Tears streamed down her face as she whispered to the stillness, "Where did we go wrong?" Unbeknownst to her, Ethan had followed her. He stood a few paces behind, guilt written all over his face. He hadn't meant for things to get this bad, but the weight of his responsibilities had clouded his ability to see what truly mattered. "Emma," he called softly. She turned, startled to see him there. "Ethan, why are you here?" "I followed you," he admitted. "I needed to. I couldn't let this go on anymore." Emma crossed her arms, defensive. "And what do you want to say? That I'm overreacting again?" Ethan stepped closer, his eyes filled with regret. "No. I came to say I'm sorry. For not listening, for not being there the way I promised I would be. Work has consumed me, but that's no excuse for neglecting us." Emma's defenses wavered as his words sank in. "I'm not blameless, Ethan. I let my frustration build instead of talking to you. I've missed us so much." He reached for her hands, and to his relief, she didn't pull away. "We've been colliding like storm clouds, Emma. But storms pass, and I want to rebuild what we've broken." Tears welled in her eyes again, but this time, they were tears of hope. "I want that too," she whispered. They sat on the bench by the lake, talking for hours under the crimson hues of the setting sun. They shared their fears, their frustrations, and the dreams they hadn't spoken of in years. By the time they returned home, the air between them felt lighter. Ethan suggested a new routine, weekly date nights, no matter how busy life became. Emma agreed and promised to share her feelings openly rather than letting them fester. Over time, the laughter returned to their home. They found joy in small moments, cooking together, dancing in the kitchen, and reminiscing about their early days. They knew their journey wouldn't always be smooth, but that night by the lake reminded them of something important. When hearts collide, it's not the impact that defines the relationship, but the willingness to heal together. And so, beneath the same sky that once saw their pain, Emma and Ethan rebuilt their love, stronger and more resilient than ever.